Today we are going to be discussing the brand new 90-tooth Gearwrench ratchets, and I'm going to be telling you why they are far superior than their previous models. Welcome to Snail Trail 4x4. Today we are going to be discussing these guys, the brand new 90-tooth Gearwrenches. These guys are awesome. I have my old style here as a comparison. I'm actually considering ripping them apart, so we're going to see what they look like on the inside. And we are also doing a giveaway for some ratchets and some socket rails, so make sure that you pay attention at the end and I'll tell you guys how to get entered into that giveaway. But one of the things that is really cool about these wrenches is the 90 teeth. I think that's the obvious one that we can start off with. So you actually get a 4-degree arc here, right? So I can turn this 4 degrees, which is near impossible for you guys to tell. It's where my old style was like a 48 tooth. It's 12 degrees arc, I think, is what it was. The benefit of the 90 tooth is that when you can stick it into like a really tight area, and you can, if you're hitting the sides like with my old version, this one you're actually going to get a few clicks in the middle of that and be able to rotate it around and start turning the object. Another nice additive to these new styles is it is longer, so you can actually get a little bit more grip in there and some more leverage. It is also a thinner head than the old ones there, and that's nice because now you can slide that in with a socket and you can get into tighter areas, so you can undo bolts or nuts and take things apart. Now, one of the negative things I have seen about this guy is my old style actually has a push button release that loosens the detent ball, and I can literally push this button and the socket falls off. So that's really nice when I'm super dirty, greasy, oily, and I'm trying to get the socket off. I can push this button and it's really easy to release it. Where this other version here doesn't have that button, it's not there. So you actually have to pull it off against that detent ball. And when you're super greasy, sometimes it's really hard. I actually have to somewhat clean my hands to take that off. That was my only negative after using these for a while, is just it doesn't have that release. Let's jump in and see what the difference is between the teeth. What I have here is actually the bolt biter kit that Gearwrench loaned me, and I actually never gave back. Sorry, Gearwrench. However, so I have the old version right here, and I have the new version right here. You can tell because it's a little bit longer. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move these 10 clicks, and we're gonna check out the difference of rotation, because we can't really see one click because that's 4 degrees on the small one. So let's move it 10 times and see where 40 degrees probably lands. So I'm gonna start here with this old version and go 10 clicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, right there. All right, now the new one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There you go. There's the difference between them. You can see how much more one moves than the other one. It's quite obvious that the 90 tooth moves much less. The benefit of that is I can show you here in a second. I thought this was a perfect example to show you why running the Gearwrench 90 tooth ratchet is superior over their old school. I think this is even a 48. I'm not even sure what it is, but it's pretty old. It's an old Gearwrench. Still works great. Everything's fine. But the 90 tooth is so much nicer. And let me show you why. I'm working right here between this brake line, the e-brake, and I'm removing this 14mm bolt here off the back side of this 1986 Toyota rear axle. When I'm using the old school 48 tooth one to remove this nut, you'll see that I can spin it and I'm gonna get the same amount of throw. However, I'm not engaging turning the nut until about halfway through, and then I get this little bit of a turn, right? So I come all the way back. I only start engaging the nut right about here and turn to the brake line. Whereas if I'm using the 90 tooth, because it has 3 degrees of arc between the teeth, can you hear that difference? I start engaging just barely right off of this e-brake, and I'm starting to turn it all that way. So I'm actually getting more turning per cycle of rotation of me switching back and forth with this 90 tooth, because there's a smaller amount of arc that engages these teeth here. So this is why the 90 tooth is really superior. So now we're gonna rip these guys apart, and we're actually gonna take a peek on the inside and see what they look like. Here's the big difference right here. See the difference of those teeth? That is incredible. Now this is bigger and it is thicker, so I mean technically maybe it's stronger that way as well, but man, those teeth. And then I can't take the other one out, but here's the difference. See all those engaging teeth? There's 1, 2, 3 on one side, 3 on the other side. This one has all those, and I'm not quite sure how many engage at a time, but that whole thing is able to be engaged, which is really interesting, where this one isn't. This one just switches back and forth, so when I switch the side, it only engages 3 teeth. So that's kind of interesting. Now let's see if I can put it back together. Woohoo! Got it. So it looks like the whole entire arc there engages. You see that? So all those teeth are engaging, which is really, really cool. Now you can see why I'm so excited to have these tools in my arsenal. Gearwrench does make a 120 XP set, which is like their really high-end one, so that's, you know, another 30 more clicks, which reduces it down to about 3 degrees of arc, which is crazy. So like I said at the beginning, that we are doing a giveaway for these. We have some of their brand new socket rails that are magnetic on the back, which is really nice. We're giving these guys and a complete set, 1/2 inch, 3/8, and 1/4 90 tooth with the silicone handles. We're giving these away, and all you have to do is go down to the link below, and we are doing it through our Patreon account, so make sure that you go sign up for the Patreon account and you have a chance to win these tools right here. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hammer down on that subscribe button, and don't forget, keep crawling.